being in your rivalry game for the first time as a starter, walking out with a win, knowing that you're going to a Pac-12 championship after the year that's been?
It's been great. We've been through a lot, and it was good seeing everything come to fruition, especially after the week before. Just being able to regroup and get back after it, especially against a rivalry team, a good team. And accomplish the things that we wanted to accomplish, but it's not over yet.
What's to say about this team's resolve to have the offensive performance at Utah and then come back against Oregon State and play one of your best games collectively as an offensive unit?
It says a lot. It says we're very resilient, and just got to keep progressing towards that. You know the word that I'm looking for.
With Troy Franklin, can you kind of put into words how difficult it is for a guy, especially a true freshman, to split time with the X and the Z and kind of do what he needs to do to play both those positions well?
Very difficult. But he is a very smart kid, and he's very talented, and he's willing to learn. So I have no doubt in my mind that he's not going to be ready for either situation.
Is there an aspect that comes to mind of his game that you've seen really kind of improve as the year's gone on?
Understanding situations, knowing down and distance and stuff like that, and understanding the speed and urgency of certain plays.
As a competitor, how exciting is it to have a second chance at Utah? Because I think everyone has said Utah was not your guys' best effort, and just to have a second chance to kind of make a tone for that.
I would say it's just whenever you get a second shot at somebody, it's always important to leave it out there. First one didn't go as well as we planned, as you said, and just having the opportunity to get back after it is amazing. So just taking those shots that we can get and rolling with them.
You excited to play in the Dome? You know, now because the last few weeks it seems like elements have played a role in game script and the way you've had to maybe go more run or have to go away from certain things. Now you get 72 degrees, no wind, and a dome setting. Is that something you prefer?
I mean, playing inside with no elements is always cool, but trying not to worry about it as much because it's really a nice stadium. But other than that, like you said, it's different. So playing inside and no elements being a part of the game plan is really good.
How have you seen Ty Thompson grow from spring ball to fall camp to...
He's a starting quarterback. He's one of the leaders of the team. What does that mean to you? What is it like on Saturday night and early Sunday when he's not here because he's attending to something of that seriousness?
Family is important, and especially to the matters that are going on in his family right now. I feel like it's really big for him to go back and see his family and be able to be here with us, understanding how important Friday is for us. And as a team and as a person like myself, I feel like that's huge for us. He really cares about us and he considers us family as well. So it says everything about his home.
Take us into the pregame with Coach Moorhead, because I know he was back on the field this past week, first time in about 2 months. What is that benchmarking discussion, a little bit of what you can share of just what's it like having him back after not having him there for like 7 weeks?
I would say it's just huge. He brings a different kind of energy. He keeps me level. We both think alike, so it's nice to have somebody that's been in my shoes already, and understanding situations that I'm getting ready to see, and getting me to visualize them right before the game. So I feel like that's the biggest part.
To kind of expand on just the perspective piece of all of this, Coach Cristobal has had his situation. Coach Moorhead has had his. A lot of the adversity you've dealt with has been, the online punditry and outside noise. When the real things happen, does that add perspective for you personally, and knowing that the noise is kind of just noise in the grand scheme of things relative to the things this team has seen this year with its coaches and their lives?
I would say that, like you said, the noise is just noise. When we go out there and do what we're supposed to do, or whether something happens on the field, the noise doesn't understand what's going on, but the people that matter do. So I would say it's something that we can't worry about, something that we shouldn't worry about, or kids shouldn't worry about at all, if you know what's supposed to be going on the field and you know what's going on. The matters of our situations are a lot different in every case, but it's important to understand that as well.
You have 2 games left in your college career. Do you ever think about that, or try and enjoy certain moments of what's going on?
Man, it's been a long road, but I try to enjoy everything, from doing these in front of everybody to just simple warm-ups and before games, and understanding and taking in all the atmosphere and the environment, because I know it's going to change very soon. So I would say just enjoying everything along the way.
Do you make it a point to be the first one out there? Because I think you have been almost every week. In the early warm-ups, before you guys were in pads.
I don't make it a point, but I'm just used to it. My dad used to have me warming up early all the time when I was younger, specifically because I played every position when I was younger. But just getting into a certain routine on the field is important for me. So,
for this opponent specifically, how do you have a better outcome, particularly against their linebackers in the ground game? Not just, obviously, yes, you and what you have to do in that capacity, but Travis and getting the ground game going, particularly early.
I would say doing our job and being physical, playing Oregon football. That's one thing that we didn't do a few weeks back, and I feel like in order to win this game, that's what's going to have to happen.
So running on P and 10 like you guys did in the first half this last week, or 13 out of 18 first downs this past week, I guess that's Oregon football.
Staying ahead of the sticks and not basically hindering ourselves in situations. So.
I know the term "everything happens for a reason" is kind of cliche in some respect, but when you do look at the totality of your college career, now that you're coming down to the end, I know you probably haven't had a ton of time to think about it, but do you kind of see some of the crossroads that you've been thrown in the last 5-6 years, and do you think what if on something different, or do you feel pretty firm about what your journey's kind of been up to this point?
I would say after our bowl game last year, it kind of put me in a situation to where I was sitting there thinking about life and stuff, and sometimes I used to think about, what if I did this? What if this happened? But just appreciating what happened, and understanding that life is going to have its ups and downs, and just be able to adapt to them and just keep rolling. You're always going to have hiccups in life. If you have a perfect life, hats off to you. But that's not life. And just being able to keep going is the biggest thing, because I know that there are so many kids and stuff like that look up to me, and understanding that if I stop, they probably won't keep going, and there possibly be another Nikola Tesla or something like that back at home or something like that. So I feel like just continuing on is the biggest thing for me.
Was there a light bulb moment for you that made you want to stay here, or was that a more slow process of deciding after last January that this is where you wanted to be and that you wanted to stick it out here?
It was more of a slower process, I would say that.
All right, thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you.